Na dann mal sehen, was wir Deutschen so für seltsame Dinge machen.
Let's start with thing number one, is that Germans don't applaud, but they knock on tables to show their appreciation for a talk, a show, or something.
You mean like
Ja, das habe ich ja letztens auch schon erwähnt in einem meiner Videos. Das ist mir persönlich auch wirklich eine neue Sache. Das muss, glaube ich, neuer entstanden sein, also neuer in Anführungsstrichen, in den letzten 17 Jahren. Denn also ich kenne noch Deutsche, die klatschen. Vor allen Dingen, wie ist das eigentlich noch mit diesem, erinnere ich mich noch, wenn man in Mallorca landet im Flugzeug, dann sind doch die Deutschen immer diejenigen, die klatschen. Was wird denn da jetzt gemacht? Wird da geklopft auf dem Sitz?
like this?
I really liked it. So I first realized this when I was in a meeting actually, and then someone gave a presentation, and at the end of the presentation, I'm like, woo! And then suddenly all the Germans just go like this. And then you're like, okay, I guess I have to do the same, right? So why do you do this?
Well, I don't know why. It's just a thing. I mean, it's, yes, like you said, to show appreciation. I don't know if clapping is too loud or it's
But this is also pretty loud.
yeah, it's just more subtle. You only need one hand because the other hand already has your left. I don't know. It's just a thing we do. And yeah, I honestly, when I was, I'm just thinking back now, I don't think I've ever seen this in another country. So it might be a German thing. Yeah?
I think it's a very German thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Thing number two, oh my god, and this is hilarious because now I see it more and more. Everything is, I'm going to mispronounce this, but everything is TÜV approved.
You mean TÜV?
TÜV approved.
Ich habe mich gerade gewundert, TÜV, ich habe es gar nicht verstanden. Dann habe ich selber auf die Untertitel geguckt. TÜV. Ich habe es gar nicht verstanden.
You're new to Germany or you don't know what the TÜV is
TÜV.
So it's really hard to explain the TÜV for me, but because for me it has to do with cars and it usually has to do with giving, how do you say this, like
A certificate?
a certificate.
A quality certificate?
Quality certificates, but for me the TÜV is where you go to register your car and, no, you go to check your car up and then they give you a quality certificate that your car is good to go on the German roads.
Ja, übrigens, einen TÜV gibt es ja in Amerika nicht. Es ist so, dass es in einigen Staaten eine Abgasuntersuchung gibt. Zum Beispiel hier in Georgia muss man eine Abgasuntersuchung einmal im Jahr machen. In Florida gibt es überhaupt nichts. Da kannst du machen, was du willst. Also das ist von Staat zu Staat unterschiedlich.
However, they just don't do that. Apparently they give TÜV certificates for like everything.
Of course, yeah.
But-
So it's basically the largest institution in Germany that approves things for quality. So it's literally like when you see it on packaging, that has nothing to do with, let's say, cars or technological or not even technological, but like anything that is beyond like the scope of where you would think it needs a quality like approval. You still see it. Like the other day, or we even see it on websites or like for insurance websites, TÜV approved. And then I'm go like, what? Like why? But marketing people and I don't know who like to put it to show quality and ensure trust in people, of course.
Yeah, and obviously if you want to buy things for your car, it needs to be TÜV approved. The other day we were looking at getting, how are these called? Like these ropes to be able to put, like maybe tie our bikes properly, whatever, in the car. And as we were looking for them, some of them even had the certificate that these are TÜV approved. And I'm like, what happens
Just
if
gives you a good feeling, you know? Just gives you a good feeling.
So TÜV approved everywhere, which is, I see it more and more, and some things are just unnecessary, I think, to be TÜV approved.
I would agree with that. On other things, though, it's quite important.
Yeah, like for the car stuff.
And it just, like I said, it just gives you a good feeling. Like you know you're buying quality.
Okay, let's go to the next point. So the point number 3 is that Birkenstocks are the official house shoes. And we are also guilty of this. I also have my pair of Birkenstocks.
Also nicht bei mir. Ich habe keine Birkenstocks, überhaupt nicht zu Hause. Momentan habe ich gar keine. Nix. Aber hier drüben. Eigentlich habe ich immer Crocs an, muss ich sagen. Aber momentan habe ich hier so eine Flipflops an. Vionics. Kennt ihr die? Die haben so eine orthopädische Sohle. Ist vielleicht, wenn man älter ist. Obwohl, Birkenstock ist ja eigentlich auch genau dafür gut. Aber muss ich doch sagen, finde ich doch irgendwie hässlich. Obwohl Crocs sind auch hässlich, also.
And it is crazy. Okay, so in your family, does everyone have a Birkenstock as their house shoe?
Of course.
Your granny?
Yes.
Who's 90 plus, right? Like she's 93 or whatever. Also, she wears Birkenstocks at home.
Wie ist es bei euch? Habt ihr auch Birkenstocks? Schreibt es mir in die Kommentare.
Go to a house and there you see everyone with their Birkenstocks. I would say also another famous option, but I personally have not seen, but I've heard friends tell me, is what the Germans call Adilettens.
Okay, Adiletten, ja, haben wir auch. Also ich trage die nicht, aber Koray und Julian, große Adiletten-Fans.
Like the Adidas, they're like pool shoes.
I think they were made for pool shoes, but yeah, other Germans that put that we wear them in their home. Sometimes you see both on the street. I would say especially like the flip-flop style Birkenstock has become.
Und natürlich mit Socken, ne? Ganz klar.
Very fashionable as a street sandal in summer.
But they're not the same shoes that you use as your house shoes, right?
No, of course not.
They're a different Birkenstock kind that you wear on the street,
Yeah.
and the Birkenstocks that you buy for your home as your house shoes.
Yeah.
So house shoes are.
Wie jetzt? Da gibt es 2 verschiedene Birkenstocks, welche für draußen und für drin? Oder meint sie nur, man trägt quasi drin saubere Birkenstocks?
Like your flip-flops, like your shoes to wear while you're at home.
Yeah.
So that is super interesting. What else here? Okay, thing number 4. This has to do with Father's Day, and I find this so like weird. I would say this is the right word for me personally. It's weird. So in Latin America, I'm from Guatemala, and so Mother's Day usually, and I think that's around the world, has the biggest hype and the biggest thing, right? And in Guatemala, Father's Day is still a day that you celebrate, but you take maybe your dad out for dinner or you give him a present, but it's not as hyped up. What a surprise when I came to Germany that still is not such hyped up. Like you don't see so many commercials on like a shop or whatever to give things to Father's Day. But however, if you go out on Father's Day, you will see a group of men or young guys, only men, right? And they're getting like wasted on the streets. But like wasted. Like they have in Germany, there's this thing called like the Bollerwagen, which I will put a picture as well. And they're filled with like alcohol, and they're just walking.
Music, chips.
So what is up with this?
Well,
wow, also daran kann ich mich gar nicht erinnern. Das ist ja echt krass. Also das ist quasi ein Sauftag. An dem Tag kann gesoffen werden. Lustig ist ja auch, dass man im Westteil Deutschlands sagt man Vatertag, aber im Ostteil sagt man Herrentag.
Why? I don't know. So you have to understand that Father's Day is always on a public holiday. So it's always a day off, usually like a Thursday. And I cannot tell you why this happens, but like Jen just said, for Mother's Day, I give my mom a present. I show her my appreciation. We have a nice dinner. I don't know what. You give flowers, the typical thing. But for Father's Day, if I would go to my dad and give him a present or ask him out for dinner or something, he would look at me like, why? Like, no.
Männer saufen halt gern.
He's just not, this was never part of the culture. And I don't know since when Father's Day has become this party day, but it is totally true. The guys that basically have a free day, they have a day off from their family. So
that's like their present. Like the present is like they can take a day off from their family, and go get drunk.
Yeah, exactly. And have fun with their friends, with their other dads. And
ist hier übrigens nicht so. Also Vatertag wird hier genau wie Muttertag auch gefeiert, ist aber auf einem anderen Tag. Der amerikanische Vatertag ist an einem anderen Tag als in Deutschland. Und ja, da wird es eigentlich genauso gemacht wie beim Muttertag auch. Man nimmt seinen Vater und geht ins Restaurant essen zum Beispiel oder irgendwie einen Familienausflug oder sowas. Also es ist nicht einfach nur ein Tag, wo sich die Männer besaufen.
And they go out, especially sometimes it's a really beautiful weather, and then, like Jen just said, they're just outside everywhere. I must say I have a very weird, I agree here, it's very weird story to tell. I used to work on cruise ships a while back, and luxury cruise ships, to say. And we once did the itinerary that we came off the coast of France and basically went through the Kiel Canal, which is like in northern Germany, to dock in Hamburg, or not in Hamburg, in Warnemünde, anywhere, somewhere in the north. Mm-hmm. And the Kiel Canal, so it's a like the Panama.
Ich liebe Warnemünde übrigens.
Canal just a tiny bit smaller. I mean, a lot smaller.
I would say like the Panama Canal. I mean, you make it sound like it's very
I meant
similar.
like it's a canal like the Panama Canal, so you're very close to shore. That's what I'm trying to express here.
Okay, yeah,
You're very
okay.
close to shore, unlike usually on a cruise ship. And we, unfortunately, the very first time that the guests and the crew on board this small little luxury ship get to face Germany or get to see and experience Germany
Was on
is
Father's
on
Day.
Father's Day in the Kiel Canal. Meaning we are super close to shore. You see these big groups of guys,
Nur Besoffene, will sie sagen.
and you hear them obviously because you're very close, and they are just shouting and singing and having a good time. And then they see us, and you just see them talking very quick. They all turn around, pull down their pants, and show us their naked asses. And I mean, that's the first thing people see when being in contact with Germany. So that for me was just like,
Welcome
how
to
am I going to
Germany.
explain that one?
But was it clear for you when you saw this? Oh, it's Father's Day.
Of
There's this big-
course.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Was für ein toller Eindruck. Also am Vaterstag zeigen die Väter ihre Ärsche in Deutschland.
Not clear to me, but to the guests, of course not.
Welcome to Germany on
Yeah.
Father's Day. Yeah. So that I find super like different, I would say. Okay, now let's jump to the next one. Talking
Sagt sie aber noch nett. Different.
about getting drunk and partying. Thing number 5 on my list is that I find this weird cool. I find it more cool than weird. Is that Germans can open beer bottles, any bottle really, but mainly beer bottles with anything. You give them anything and they just open it. This is with a lighter, with a shoe. I've seen crazy
Ich nicht, aber ich bin auch kein Biertrinker, muss ich sagen.
like a spoon, another beer, another bottle, like plastic, anything that is hard. Germans have this ability. I think you learned this in school or what? So special class
Freestyle.
masters.
Ja klar, Schulunterricht. Schulunterricht. Heute, Kinder, lernen wir, wie man eine Bierflasche aufmacht, wenn man keinen Öffner dabei hat.
Mastering opening beer bottles with other stuff. It's just super cool. And I have tried. I've been in Germany for now, it's been 8 years or so. And I think I've done it once. And this is me trying. And then obviously Germans like to share how you need to do it. But at the end of it, I can't. Can you do it?
So here I have to say I might not be the real true German. I cannot. I can get it open to the but then not really, not the way that you're describing it. But we will record a dear friend of ours who, of course, is the true German, who will show you the various styles of beer bottle opening.
Was hat er denn da? Woo!
Let's go to step number 6. I mean, thing number 6. Oh, this has to do with drinking beer as well, is that Germans, okay, if you're going to say cheers in Germany, you have to look into the people's eyes. So you can't just go like this, oh, hey, cheers. No. The German...
Okay, das ist auch eine Sache, die ist mir auch aufgefallen. Und ich mache das nach wie vor, wenn ich anstoße mit jemandem, dass ich der Person in die Augen gucken will. Aber mir fällt auch auf, die Amerikaner machen das nicht und die kennen das auch nicht. Aber ich bin schon so, dass ich das nach wie vor erwarte und dann immer so ein bisschen perplex bin, dass die mir gar nicht in die Augen gucken.
will
They'll
tell
be like,
you,
excuse me.
because you have to do cheers.
Cheers.
You
Yeah.
have to look deep into their eyes, which is super
Finde ich
weird
auch.
because it might be a total stranger, right? And then you're totally having this moment. Cheers.
And be sure that they will ask you, if you don't look in their eyes, they will ask you to cheer again and make you look in their eyes.
Ja, bringt doch sonst Pech, weiß doch jeder.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
I actually don't. Well, what I've heard is that if you don't do it, you have 7 years of bad sex or bad.
Ja.
Oh, and you believe that, yeah.
No, it's just the thing. And the funny
Ich wusste jetzt nicht Bad Sex, aber Pech, ja.
thing is, if you're in a group of several people, you literally have to
Oh,
cheer
yes.
every single person
Ja.
individually and
Yeah.
always go deeply
Cheers.
in the eye.
Yeah,
Ich find's süß.
yeah. Otherwise, it's super
It's very
weird.
impolite.
Which I must say, now that I go abroad and I have other friends that are not Germans, whenever we say cheers and they don't look at me in the eyes, I feel super weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, how
Yeah.
rude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because again, it gives you this feeling of appreciation, of enjoying the time that you have together, and actually being present. You know, how often are you somewhere but you're not because your mind is somewhere else? And by the deep look in the eye,
You're saying like I'm here.
yeah, exactly.
That's a fair point. Okay.
Yeah.
But still, it's weird. Okay, which leads me to my seventh thing on the list is on New Year's Eve. Germans love, but I mean love, to watch this. It's an English like mini movie called Dinner for One. It's I think it's 15 minutes long,
No, I think it's a bit longer.
maybe 25. And this movie is
Ja gut, da gibt's hier, die Amerikaner gucken immer Charlie Brown. Also da hat jedes Land so sein Ding.
on a loop like on New Year's Eve. So that means
Black and white. It's super old, and
and you,
it's
and you
just
can
funny.
turn on
Schaut ihr euch das auch immer noch an? Ich schaue es mir nicht mehr an, muss ich gestehen.
the TV and then just watch it over and over and over again. Yvonne says it's funny. I find the humor a bit like really, and it's pretty much just, I don't know. You have to watch it. I'm pretty sure if you YouTube it, like Dinner for One, you'll be able to watch it. And the famous phrase that every German knows is the same procedure as last year, Mrs.
Aye.
Oh, tell me, correct me.
Same procedures everywhere.
But how does the butler ask?
Jay. Miss Sophie.
Ah, Miss Sophie. There you go. See?
James and
Everywhere.
Miss Sophie. Yeah.
So this is so weird because you're like New Year's, maybe you're at a house party or whatever, and then suddenly the TV goes on and everybody watches this and it gets laughing. They like love this movie,
Yeah.
which I find
And only on New
curious.
Year's, yeah.
And only on New Year's. It's only on New Year's.
New Year's Eve, actually.
I think maybe you even watch it more than the English people do.
I think so. I think the English don't understand our obsession with it, yeah.
Okay, which leads me to celebrations and stuff. So point number 8 on my list is that Germans, I'm going to say you, representing all Germans,
Yes.
you don't say happy birthday before someone's
Never.
birthday.
Ja, also auf jeden Fall ein ganz, ganz großes Ding in Amerika. Man hat im Grunde einen ganzen Monat Geburtstag, ja, und da wird einem also den ganzen Monat lang gratuliert und eben auch vorher, was in Deutschland auch eher Pech bedeutet, sowas zu machen. Und ich mag es auch nicht so gerne. Ich mag auch nicht bevor meinem Geburtstag feiern. Das wird ja auch gemacht, dass man einfach sagt, wir feiern 5 Tage vorher oder so. Also wenn überhaupt dann nachher, aber am liebsten ist es mir an meinem Geburtstag zu feiern. Aber in Amerika ist es tatsächlich nicht so. Da kann man einfach 5 Tage vorher schon gratulieren oder man sagt literally, hier, das ist mein Birthday Month. Der ganze Monat. Und dann kann man im Grunde den ganzen Monat lang gratulieren und auch feiern, mehrfach.
Like never. So if you're invited to a birthday party, like let's say my birthday is tomorrow and I have a party today, and everyone arrives, no one is going to say happy birthday until it's midnight, and then they're going to say happy birthday and then probably leave. But
No, then go to a party.
oh yeah, party. That leads maybe for another video. We'll talk about house parties in Germany. How like. Okay, but that's a different story. Anyways, going back to the birthday. So my birthday is super close to Christmas, so I rarely have the opportunity to celebrate it, right? Like on my day because like everyone's away already for Christmas. And back in Guatemala, I would celebrate it before Christmas because, you know, just to finish the year with a nice birthday party. When I moved here, no, that's a no-go. Like it was a big no from Yvonne, right? Like we were dating back in the day.
Big no.
A big no. And I'm pretty sure if I would invite people for my birthday party when it's not my birthday, like before my birthday, they would have been like super weirded out.
Yeah.
However, if you invite them after your birthday,
Totally
that's
fine.
cool.
Yeah.
But like not before your birthday.
Never. Only if, like you described earlier, if your birthday is at midnight.
Yeah, okay, then I'm allowed to invite people
Yeah.
on the day
Because
before.
then you reinfeiern.
Oh, which leads me, I don't have this point on my
Du reinfeiern.
list, but talking about birthdays, and I find this super weird, is that in Germany, if you are the birthday person, you gotta pay for everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Like, so if you,
Ja, das ist hier echt ganz lustig. Wenn man zum Beispiel in ein Restaurant geht, dann zahlen eigentlich alle Leute für sich selber und dann teilen die sich deine Rechnung, deine Geburtstagsrechnung. Ja, total lustig. Und Geschenke bekommst du auch noch.
you invite friends for a bar, you gotta pay the bill.
Well, it depends on the friends. Like sometimes you pay the first round, sometimes you pay the entire bill. It depends really on you know.
And in your
Also,
if-
what kind of birthday it is. Is it a big birthday, like a 50 or a 40 or 30?
Okay.
Or if it's just a birthday, like 31 or something.
So I would say this is point number. What do we have here? Like 8.1, because what is super weird is also
8.5, you mean?
8.5. Is that what 0.5?
Half point.
Ah, okay. Because like when you go to the office, right, and it's someone's birthday, the birthday person brings the cake.
Of course.
Not the friends, not the colleagues, the birthday person. And I find that so weird.
I mean, you call
Stimmt, das habe ich auch noch vergessen. Also zusätzlich hat mir auch, habe ich ja gerade gezeigt in einem Vlog, eine Freundin den Kuchen gebracht. Den hat sie gekauft, nicht ich.
Colleagues, if they really like you and appreciate you, they might bring a cake as well. But you, as a birthday person,
You are
have to
expected.
bring something.
Yeah, which is like,
And of course, it's more appreciated if you baked it yourself. But if you wanna, cheat out, you can also buy something.
which I find super weird because in my Guatemalan culture, everyone gives me stuff. So I expect it's my birthday, I'm expecting cakes from friends, invitation for dinner, it's like drinks, blah, blah, blah. But no, here,
Ja, es ist quasi irgendwie ganz schön anstrengend, in Deutschland Geburtstag zu haben, weil man sich so viele Gedanken machen muss, was man alles macht. Während hier das richtig bedeutet, das ist dein Tag. Lehn dich zurück, relax. Wir machen alles für dich, wir bezahlen alles für dich, wir organisieren. Sogar das Organisieren. Meine Freundin hat alle meine Freundinnen eingeladen. Ich musste mich um gar nichts kümmern, außer dass ich zum Zeitpunkt da bin.
I gotta pay for it myself.
Yeah.
So needless to say, I don't celebrate my birthday so much in Germany. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was a
Just
joke.
after your birthday,
Oh my god, which leads me to parties and things number 9. Oh, after your birthday, now I got your joke. But thing number 9, which I don't get in Germany, is this obsession of playing the Everybody song from Backstreet Boys and the Spice Girls song. Like, I'll tell you what I don't even know the name of the title. Like, why? You can't sing it because of copyright reasons. In every party that I have been in Germany, at some point they always play these 2 songs.
Yeah.
But like every single time, like I'm sick of them. I used to like these songs, they're 90s style. I grew up with like the Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls. But like to hear it in every party.
Ist mir gar nicht bekannt. Also die Lieder schon, aber dass das immer so in Deutschland gespielt wird, ist mir unbekannt.
I don't know.
And it doesn't matter the party that you're at. It could be with older people. It could be carnival. It could be with younger people. It could be in a bar. It could be a Latino party. And suddenly the DJ puts Everybody from Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls this song.
I would say maybe at 90% of the parties. I mean, I have been at some where it wasn't played.
Maybe you didn't stay long enough.
No, it just doesn't fit the other style of music. But eventually, there's always, a swing to the 90s scheme, and then
And it always
those
goes with
2
these 2
songs
songs.
will be there.
And the crowd goes crazy. Yeah. At this point, I just leave the dance floor if I'm there, and I just go grab a beer because, like, really, again, the same song that I heard like already like 1,000 gazillion times. So that I find super weird. But Germans just love it, and I guess you gotta do
Most,
it, right?
not everyone, but most, yes.
Yeah, most. So the last point on my list, point number 10.
Quasi everybody.
And this is a funny point, is that this is again from my personal experience, but I have realized that Germans, when you don't understand something in Germany, Germans tend to repeat what they're saying louder and slower because their assumption is that you didn't hear it properly, right? So it could be that you might ask even a friend, a colleague or whatever, they tell you a German word and you ask them, what is that? And they repeat it louder and slower. And then you're like, I still don't understand the meaning. They repeat it again. I was once in a coffee shop.
Ja, das hilft natürlich nicht, ne? So, excuse me, what did you say? Eine Schabracke. Was ist überhaupt eine Schabracke? Keine Ahnung, ist mir gerade so eingefallen. Das erste blöde Deutsch, was mir eingefallen ist. Eine alte Kuh oder so, oder? Keine Ahnung.
And then we were having this conversation, remember, with some friends. And what was the word that they said? Like, you're forbidden from the Ladenverbot?
Hausverbot.
Hausverbot. So they said Hausverbot. And I'm like, what is that? And then my friend is like,
Hausverbot.
Okay, but what does that mean? You know both words.
You know Haus and you know Verbot.
Yeah, but what does it mean together? Because, like, maybe I can try to understand it, but, like, what does it mean in this context? Hausverbot. And I'm like, I don't understand. Until they actually, like, explain the meaning of the word. Tschüss.
Tschüss.